Hello students! In this video I will show you how to navigate around your section in Haiku. Now depending on which class I have you in, you're either in my Math 7A, Math 7B, or you're in Math 8A or Math 8B. So I am teaching 4 sections together at the same time, and so then what you're going to see here is what's built for Math 7, but it's formatted the same way for all 4 classes. Okay, so when you first go to the page, or when you log in and go into the class, you're going to see kind of your home page. Now, I am on the teacher side, so you're going to see a little bit of extra things, kind of like add a content block that you won't see on yours, but it's still the same idea. Okay, the way your class will work is you will start off by now if you see the welcome and you see this little arrow, you want to click on it. It's going to give you a drop down menu, and then you're going to see things underneath it. Now this very first day of school, you're going to want to go over all of the things that are underneath welcome. So for example, you want to click on, well, your on course overview right now if you're watching this video. After that, you want to go ahead and do a digital citizenship. Now, you are spending the entire time in summer school working with a computer, and so we need to make sure that you understand how you should behave and what is proper and what is not when you are working with a computer. And so then you're going to want to do exam 1, exam 2, and exam 3. They're very quick. They do not take long at all, and it's just to make sure that you understand what you should and what you are allowed to do. Once you're done with that, though, you can definitely begin the course. And so after that, if you click on earning credits, it's going to explain how you earn your credits. So every semester is worth 5 units. Now, the only way you get those 5 units is if you completely finish all the requirements for that semester. So you cannot get 2 units or 3 units or 4. Either you get the full 5 units because you finished everything, or you get 0 units. So you want to make sure you are working as you go through this. Okay, so how do you get them? Well, you're going to start off by taking a unit placement test. So if we go back and look at the drop-down menu, this is for 7A. They only have 2 units. They have Unit 1 and Unit 2. Now if you open that up, you're going to see that there's another drop-down menu, and they have placement test, videos in practice, discussion board, post-assessment. So you always want to start with a placement test. Okay, for every unit, that's where you want to start. Now the reason you want to do this is because if you score a 70% or higher, you're done with that unit. Okay, so once I see that you've gotten 70% on the placement test, you're not going to have to go through and watch all of the videos, do all of the practice. Okay, so definitely try your best on the placement test. But if you don't, if you get below 70%, then you're going to have to click on that, and you're going to have to go through, for example, if I click on integers, and you're going to have to go through and watch all of the videos. So some sections have more, others have less. This one only has 2. And then you have mandatory practice on the right side that you have to do. So it's under Khan Academy. And then you have some extra practice. So you have like worksheets that have the answers to them. And so then that's what you want to do there. Once you go through all of them and you feel you are ready, then you can go ahead and hit post-assessment and take that post-assessment. Now, similar to the placement test, you do need a password in order to actually take the test. So you can only take the test during class. You may not take it at home, because even if you find your way around the password, I can see when you took the test, and if you take it outside of your class section, then I cannot count it towards your grade. Okay, so you want to make sure you only take that test in class. So let's go back to the welcome, earning the credits. So again, you want to go through, you take the placement test first. If you don't pass it, then you go through and do all of the practice. A lot of the practice is on Khan Academy or iExcel. Oops, sorry. See, that's me editing. And then as soon as you finish an entire, so for example, this here is 1 semester. As soon as they finish Unit 1 and Unit 2, so they passed both, post-assessments, then you would come up and see me, and I would give you your slip, and you would be on your way out. Okay, if you have any questions, I did write my email down here at the bottom, and you can definitely email me whenever you have questions. To understand how to set up your Edpuzzle account, which is where you watch all your videos, you want to go to videos and practice, watch the video, enter the code. Same thing goes for Khan Academy. Some of you might already have an account. If you do not, then you want to set one up. So definitely go through and read that. And then one of the important things is we do use IXL quite a bit, and there's a limit on how many questions you can do a day, but if you can clear the cookies, then you can do as many problems as you want. Okay, so that's basically the overview. Again, to go over it real quick, you're gonna want to do one unit at a time. You first take the placement test to see if you can test out of it. If you get 70% or higher, you're good to go. You do not have to do the work. But if you do score below that, then you're going to have to expand that other drop-down menu and work through all the different sections. Watch all the videos, do all the practice. Do not take that post-assessment until you are ready. I have it set up to where you can only take it up to 3 times max. So you definitely do not want to go past that. If you have any questions, every unit has a discussion board, so you could click on it, and then you could click on discussion board, and then you could post any questions or answer questions. And so as a class, you guys can go through and discuss certain topics that you might have questions on. I should be adding vocabulary. That's the only thing that I'm missing, but that should be added in just so that you get that extra help and you really understand all the vocabulary you need, which would make it a little bit easier. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me, but if you're in the class, definitely just ask me and I will do my best to answer your questions.